Hi, I'm Lawton Young. I'm a finance major and real estate and philosophy minor, and I'm in the class of 2022. The Ignatian Center immersion trips are these one-week trips where they take SCU students out to various locations around either the state and across the border just to learn about different social justice issues and understanding the problems that plague our community and how we can still be involved in a way that's respectful and dignified of the people that we're reaching out to. Freshman year, I went out to the Tenderloin district in San Francisco, California, and in sophomore year, I went out to East LA around the Skid Row area. I think going to the Tenderloin was my first experience coming face to face with human suffering at a level that I just hadn't been involved before. I think we have a natural tendency to turn away from the suffering of others because it makes us uncomfortable. It reminds us of a lot of the injustices and the issues that we still have in our system. One distinction that the Ignatian Center makes between justice and charity is that you can't have one without the other. So even as we can get involved and put our dollars towards movements about that create civic and social justice, we nonetheless should still be on the front lines where we can, when we can, to provide charity in the immediate needs of suffering that is still at our doorstep. When I was little growing up in Oakland, Chinatown, my parents and I used to go to church there and we'd go grocery shopping, and some of my favorite memories were kind of just watching the town evolve, but also watching my parents really build connections with all the people in Oakland, Chinatown. In the end, it's a community. You just have a lot of people of different walks kind of coming together. Kind of being put into that mishmash of a community and being allowed to meet all sorts of people was something that I really appreciated growing up. Beginning of sophomore year, I was looking for something to do, and I heard that there was an internship at the Oakland mayor's office, and I thought, hey, what better way to get involved in something that I've never done before and to be involved in the community that I grew up. A lot of the community work that I was doing was reaching out and helping logistics of events happen. Some of the things that I was involved in were like COVID-19 vaccine clinics, creating street side vendors where we just clear out a street and make space for some of the local vendors to sell their wares, and also census drives at the time the census was going on. I think that at a municipal level, a lot of it was just trying to make things happen and to alleviate concerns and make people less afraid of what's going on. And so as a business student, a lot of what I was learning was just communication, administration, and pulling people together. And that way I think I was able to put myself into a lot of projects and start up a lot of things that I felt like we were able to make an impact. I think one way I'm different now is that I came in as an excited freshman ready to try all these things and take on the world. And in one way, that hasn't changed, but now I've learned the skills of what it means to connect to other people, to build genuine connections, and to actually try my hand at different interests and to persevere through any initial difficulty. Having kind of gained some of that and a little bit of direction of where I want to go, I think that I feel a lot more confident about who I am right now and who I want to be eventually. I think I'm going to miss the uniqueness of this community where everybody is here together for the most part to grow and to encourage ourselves to be better. There's so many people from different walks of life, and I think that I'm going to always be striving and looking for this kind of community and connection, even as I transition into young working life, because to me, this is part of what makes life just really fun. The way that I see myself successful, the benchmark that I got for myself is that even when I'm older, even when I eventually get to retirement age, I want to be engaged with my community. I don't want to find myself cloistered into a shell, never engaging with people and unaware of the problems around me.